Mark Dubowitz, Chief Executive of the Foundation for Defense Democracies, joins me now. Mark, I'm very curious about what is going on here. You know, you have Caroline Leavitt saying 2 weeks, within 2 weeks. So theoretically, that could mean we still strike Fordo tomorrow. At the same time, President Trump has always been loath to broadcast plans ahead of time. I think there could be some strategy here, but what do you think is going on with the broadcasting of the 2 weeks timeline?
Yeah, Kayleigh, I agree with you. I mean, I think the president last week ran one of the greatest deception operations since Operation Overlord, when the United States fooled the Nazis into thinking that we were not going to invade Normandy. He was involved in that, and as a result of that, the Israelis found the IRGC commanders and top personnel literally and figuratively in their beds last Thursday night. So the president could be, again, involved in deception. He likes to keep their enemy off balance. He's offering negotiations. He's been offering that for weeks, and the Iranians have been rejecting that and rejecting multiple U.S. offers. So he could be opening the path for Oman, where the negotiations are set to take place, or opening the path for Fordo, where B-2 bombers could drop massive ordnance penetrators.
Yeah, so there's two options there. Let's go to the second one you said about the negotiations. You know, I'm reading Politico this morning, and I read something that made me very uncomfortable, and it was this. There was a headline, "Meanwhile in Europe." And then they talk about Germany, France, and Britain leading these negotiations with Iran. Very uncomfortable with the idea of Europe negotiating the way forward. Very much comfortable with the idea of President Trump doing so. In your opinion, what would an acceptable negotiation or end agreement look like? Because in my mind, nothing short of Americans watching Fordo being dismantled would be sufficient.
That's exactly right. I'll use President Trump's own words from 2 months ago. He said to the Iranians, you can either blow up your facilities under U.S. supervision or someone's going to blow it up for you. And I think the president has been consistent and clear for a long time. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they cannot have the key capabilities to develop a nuclear weapon. So their program must be fully and permanently dismantled. They can have no enrichment capability or reprocessing capability that President Obama gave them and Joe Biden gave them. And the president has an historic opportunity. His predecessors couldn't do it. His successors may not do it, but the president knows that he has to fully dismantle this program to stop a nuclear weapon.
You know, I was reading through some notes that you sent, and I corresponded them with some reporting I read yesterday from the Wall Street Journal. I want you to listen to this line here. Israel has a plan for Fordo and the ability to carry it out on its own, a senior Israeli military official said without elaborating. So they're intimating Israel might have a way to dismantle Fordo. You told our producers Israel can set it back for months. Only President Trump can destroy it permanently. So do you believe this is a task only the United States can accomplish?
The Israelis are full of surprises. I used to say that with respect to Israeli military capability, those who know don't say, and those who say don't know. And I think that's been borne out by the past year of incredible Israeli military and intelligence surprises. So the Israelis may have a surprise up their sleeve for Fordo and for the supreme leader. But it's certainly the United States. We have B-2 bombers. We have 30,000-pound massive ordnance penetrators. With one plane, one bomb, and one site, we could permanently set back that program. The Israelis will roll it back, but only we can really end it for good.
Yeah, you mentioned those surprises, and Trey Yingst was told by some of the Israeli officials, high-ranking ones, that they do have surprises up their sleeve. So I have no doubt it was, as you reminded us, just last Thursday when they took out the IRGC. Really impressive. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thanks, Kayleigh.